Hello, welcome to 12-2 Work Together. Here we're doing payroll deductions, withholdings. You will need your tax books for this because the instructions doesn't provide it. I don't know how you're going to find what page number. In our book it's on 348 and the single one is on 347. Let me point out to you, they're charts, okay? They're called semi-monthly payroll period, single person, it's employees income tax withholding, single person, and married. There's two different charts. If you're single, it's at a higher rate than if you're married. I want you to locate those charts. In my book, they're pink. Now they could be a different color in yours, but hopefully they're pink. And hopefully they're on like page 347, but we're two totally different textbooks, so I don't know. Okay, let me explain something to you. When you look across on a single person, a person can be single and still have kids. That's why the number of withholding allowances, your instructions tell you the number of withholding allowances, or your workbook, your page. If we look at Eric Bates here, he's married, has 2 withholding allowances. So you need the married chart for him. So you go find the married chart. Then you go down and you read this chart very carefully. He has made $1,090. Okay, now if we read this, the first column in your pink chart says at least. So if he had only made $1,089, then you would go up 1. But less than is what the second column reads. So on this chart, it doesn't have $1,090 as a changing point. Now, if you were looking at this chart, the same as I am, it falls between at least $1,080 but less than $1,100. If he had made $1,100, if he had, but he didn't, you would have to go down 1. And then his withholding allowances would be $52. But since he has made less than $1,100, you go to that group right there where it says $1,080, but less than $1,100. He has 2 allowances. So you go not to the first column, not to the second column, but to where the number 2 is. You come down, you go across, you meet up, and his federal withholding is $50. Social Security tax, if you look at the instructions, it says your Social Security tax rate is 6.2%. Now that's changed, just so that you're aware. Whoa. Fun things I have going on. Okay, so we're going to take, we're going to take the $1,090 times what? What is 6.2%? Hopefully you're telling me it's 0.062. What happened to that? Did I not press the point? I thought I did. 0.062. There's my answer. Now, Medicare tax. What's it say in the instructions? It says it's 1.45%. Moving this decimal 2 places to turn it into a decimal to times. That's what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm making myself clear on that. I'm changing it to a decimal, a percentage to a decimal. And you're like, well, it has a decimal, but it's in percent format. Times 0.0145. Whoa, that's way wrong. It should be little. It should be smaller than this. So I've done something wrong. Yeah, $15 and what? 80 cents or 81 cents? Hopefully you came up with $15.81 because we round up. Okay, see how easy that was? Now this person is single. So I'm looking at chart on page 347 for this person. And they're claiming 1 withholding allowance. See that? He's employee number 4. Notice they're out of order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. They're sorting them by their name, their last name, not their employee number. Okay, going to your chart. He's single. He has 1 allowance. He's only made $840. Look at this. Here we go. He has made $840. Do we use the top one that has the $840 that says but less than? No, because he's made $840. So you have to go down to where the first column reads $840 but less than $860. Go across to where it says 1. You should come up with $77. It's very important that you're very accurate on that. Now you take the 840 and you times it by what? $840 times 0.062, right? Paste it in. Once again, whoops, clear this out. Take the 840 times 0.014. Was it 5? Yep, $12.18. Here this person's married, so you're going to the other chart again. You go down to $1,020. That's all this person made for 2 weeks. You gotta remember, that's 2 weeks. Money goes really fast. I like to use a sticky note and lay it across my numbers so I don't get out of order. A post-it note, you know what I'm talking about? So you notice that there's 1,000 to but less than $1,020. That's not the one we use. We use at least $1,020 to $1,040. Go across, he gets 3 allowances. He's going to owe $31. His Social Security tax. Notice Social Security doesn't care how much allowances you have or anything else. They're going to get their money times 0.062. Yep. Edit copy. Control V. Remember that these numbers change. They have changed. especially for employers. That's something you have to keep up on. Times 0.0145, right? For Medicare. $14.79. Now this person's single, so you go to the other chart again. They made $980. So we use the $980 to $1,000, and we go across on that. Don't go across above, otherwise you're going to come up with the wrong answers. And I know this may sound repetitive to you and sort of like a no-brainer, duh, but a lot of people make those mistakes, and then it throws everything off, and it throws all the answers all the way through when you get it into more complex calculations, because all of this gets figured out as a company, the whole, and then it throws it off here, it throws it off there, you throw it off all the way across, you get so many wrong that it's really hard when you go doing that stuff and you get things wrong. Accuracy is very important. The IRS wants you to be accurate. The employee will not be happy if you hold out too much. They'll be even more unhappy if you mess up and you don't hold out enough out of their check and they owe the IRS at tax return time instead of getting a small refund. If you owe a large sum to the IRS, you could have to pay penalties, fines. Penalty is a fine, sorry. Penalties, and you have to pay the tax in. Prime example, I have an extra kid. He thought he was going to be able to pay me back because he was expecting a pretty nice tax return. On his W-4, his claiming allowance, he thought he was supposed to claim, and he did it wrong. He shouldn't have claimed any. He wound up claiming 2, so they didn't hold out enough taxes. So he actually owes the federal government $190-some. Now he has a return coming from the state of $192 less. Anyways, he has to pay in a whole $2 more. But it could have been devastating if it had been big. So you're taking this times your 0.062. Hopefully you had it done before me. Does it look about right? You know, you have to keep an idea. Do these numbers look right? Are they in perspective? Is this one smaller than this one? If not, you have a boo-boo. Now, hopefully I've done it all correct. You can check it and make certain. Have a great day. There's no reason why you can't do on your own. I will look at the application, and I don't think you'll need any other instructions, so you'll be fine. If you do, I'll make another video. Thank you. Have a great day. I know I might have came across a little cranky or something. Please ignore that. Just a lot of stress right now. But I wanted to, I don't know how to present this with those charts. The best thing I can do is have you look at the charts, and hopefully I explained it in enough detail that you can follow along and get the drift. It's like a multiplication chart. Remember where you used to have the 9 times 9 and you came down and you met and it said 81 for an answer? I don't know if you had those charts, but hopefully you have. It's a similar action going down and across at the same time to me. Anyways, have a great day. I hope you're having lots of fun, enjoying the school year, and I hope we don't have any snow days because we need our school time. Thank you. Have a great day.